Welcome everyone to the first of two live prediction shows with the usual crew tonight, Jay's Fight Talk and Liam Tully. We're looking at the Park Community Arena in this one, boys. Sheffield, the location. It is a WBC World Lightweight Championship. No, it's not Shakur Stevenson and Floyd Schofield. That's on February the 22nd. But it is Caroline Dubois against Jessica Camara. You've got Dubois coming in undefeated, 10-0, 5 wins by knockout. Camara 14-4, just the 3 stoppages on her record. The way I see it, boys, just looking at it from the offset, you've got a 23-year-old Caroline Dubois who's on the trajectory upwards at a very, very quick rate. Obviously, she's now been promoted to full champion. I think Katie Taylor was it that relinquished the belt to get her there. You got Jessica Camara, who has fought for the world title before, but she's 36 now. So there is a difference of 13 years between them. She's probably at the tail end of her career, if we're being completely honest. Maybe it's one last good payday. Do like a nickname, though, the Cobra. Is she the female Carl Froch? Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, I mean, I'll get straight into it. I'll let you boys give your take on the fight. You know, I know, Jay, you're a massive Caroline Dubois fan. I think you are too as well, Liam, actually. I mean, the family are on fire at the moment, aren't they? World champions in the heavyweight division and obviously the women's lightweight division too. I want to see her face Beatrice Ferreira or Terry Harper, providing she should get through on Saturday, which we know she will. I'm going to go with a Caroline Dubois stoppage in this one. I do think she'll run through Camara. I don't think she'll have too much to offer for her. I'm going to go with a 5th round stoppage, and I think I might even be being a little bit kind to the Canadian there. But yeah, I'll go with both of you individually. Let me know how you see the fight, boys.
Yeah, look, you just hit the nail on the head. Caroline Dubois is one of my favourite fighters, period. Doesn't matter male or female. She's one of my favourite fighters. She's exciting to watch. I've seen her live and up close a couple of times, and she's got one of those styles that engages you as a fan being in the arena as well. And everything she's done for her first 10 fights, she's made the progressions when she's needed to. She's done 6 rounders. Okay, how is she looking at an 8 rounder? She got 2 stoppages in a row. Okay, let's put her in a 10 rounder. She either was getting early stoppages or winning every minute of every round. She's passed every test so far. And look, we've all known she's been a WBC champion and all but name pretty much all of last year, wasn't she? We knew that what the crack was. Katie Taylor wasn't going to fight at lightweight again. It was just about when Maurizio was going to strip her of the belt. And now we're in this position. And Sam, you took the words out of my mouth. It's Terry Harper or Beatrice Ferreira we want to see her in with this year. But never overlook an easy opponent. We don't want to be starting the year with Caroline Dubois, you know, completely slipping on a banana skin and ruining probably plans that are already in place. It wouldn't at all surprise me if the plan is for her to come through on Saturday night and Ben Shalom's already got her lined up for the Albert Hall in March. I know that's quite a big turnaround.
That's the play.
But if she doesn't get any damage and she, you know, even if she goes to 10 rounds, if she goes through the 10 rounds without any damage, then she'll still end up on that card. I think that's the plan. This fight is one they're taking because she's not been active since August. They wanted to get her out at the end of last year, didn't they? But boxers' schedule, well, we said enough about how much it fell off a cliff face. So it's kind of getting her out, getting her active, and hopefully bigger and better things.
Yeah, they don't have many cards. Big up 445 block over there on the east coast of the US. Thanks for tuning in, my friend. Happy holidays and happy new year to you. Good to see you back. Hope you had a good time off. Jay, how we see things, mate?
Yeah, I mean, as you said at the start of the intro, you know, I too, as Liam is, I'm a massive Dubois fan. I'm a fan of the family, to be fair. I'm going to put some money on Simeon becoming the next cruiserweight or heavyweight champion in the world in the next 10 years. They're just athletes out there. They're an athletic family. The dad doesn't suffer fools gladly. I believe that he's, you know, stuck them all in a gym at one point, and you know, they've all had to at least learn the fundamentals. Similar to my house. I mean, you know, I boxed once as an amateur. Just wasn't for me, but I had to learn the fundamentals. It was a given that, you know, we had to put the gloves and gum shield on it in my house. And I believe that she's got natural talent, but also has been, you know, well managed, well schooled. She's gone through the amateur program right through to where she is now as an established world champion. I think that this, as Liam said, could be a banana skin. Look, this girl's just been brought in as do I want to say cannon fodder? She's 14 and 4.
Former world title challenger.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
that'll be the narrative.
If I'm honest, I've watched her box once live. I actually thought She lost the fight that she won. Hyun Mi Choi, I think it was, that she boxed.
Big
she won
Supremes in the house. Thank you very much,
yes,
Caroline
Big
stoppage.
I had her losing that fight. She got split decision. She's boxed. I think you told me, Sam, earlier on. She boxed Heather Hardy, who's a pretty well-known name. I think she was the IBF champion at one point, or certainly held a belt at one point, and sort of she's a crossover fighter. She fights in MMA, so the girl can fight. You know, the lady can fight. The problem for her is she's coming up against somebody that can not only just fight, she can box on the front foot, she can box on the back foot, she hits pretty hard as well. The only downside for me, for Caroline Dubois, is I don't know whether she purposely likes to mix it up a little bit, but she gets caught. She takes way too many punches for my liking, way too many shots. And I don't know whether that is something lacking within her style or whether it's a mindset thing. I'm not saying she's like Amir Khan, but Amir Khan was like that. If you touched him, he had to get it back, and he'd always
couldn't help himself.
And Cody Garbrandt in MMA is like that as well. He's lost a lot of fights where instead of just composing himself, resetting himself, he feels as though it has to get
like
back.
The red rage when you get
I've got to get you back. And then so for me, she puts herself in unnecessary danger a lot of the times by leaving herself wide open, looking to get a shot back. I'd like to see her clean that up a little bit, but you know, who am I? I'm an armchair expert. I'm not a boxing coach, and I'm not an expert, but it's just an observation that I've made. Other than that, she's 9 out of 10 every time for me, and I think that we're going to see something special from her at the weekend. I think, as Sam has said, I think she's going to go through the gears, but I think she's going to really put it on this girl. I think she's going to start at a high pace. She's going to show the fact that she's only 23 and this girl's 36. You know, she's only 18 fights, but 18 tough fights. She's done a lot of points decisions. She's got a lot of her stoppages are late, not early. She's done 6, 8, 10 rounders. So she's got a lot of rounds under her belt. I think if Caroline starts really fast, I also could see her getting out of there pretty early. I think you've been a little bit kind, Sam. I see this being under 3 rounds. I see 3-round stoppage for me. Dubois, I think she'll make an easy night of it.
Yeah, I think we're in agreement there. Big up, Jabbit Boxing. Hope you're well.
Yes,
Thanks for tuning in, mate.
It's similar to when Lauren Price fought Betsy Mateus, isn't it, on that Liverpool card last month?
Could be like that. It's a good point.
Opponent that doesn't deserve to probably earn the wages as a sparring partner during training camp. If we're being really,
I feel
honest.
bad when we say stuff like that, but it's true.
But, you know, similar. Betsy Mateus had a world title fight. She got schooled, lost all 10 rounds, but that's what they sold her being Lauren Price's opponent.
Yeah.
You saw within 30 seconds that girl should never have been in there with Lauren Price within 30 seconds, and that tells you everything you need to know. I'm hoping that she's not as bad.
But we said with Lauren Price, look, we don't mind this fight as long as we get the fight we want to see next. And Tasha Jonas got announced 2 days later, and now that's on the Albert Hall doing a big female card.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see Terry Harper on the
That's what, I said,
card.
didn't I? That I do think there will be an announcement. Whether it's Terry Harper, I think
it's Beatrice Ferreira. I think you're more likely to get Caroline Dubois, Beatrice Ferreira.
I think that's a better fight.
I was just going to say that. For me, Ferreira is perfect for Dubois. Yeah. She wants to stand and trade, but I think Dubois is a little bit faster than her because Ferreira boxed. We were talking off camera, weren't we? The last show we watched. I think the live watch along we did at Christmas. It was that same night, wasn't it? She boxed. She took a heck of a lot of shots. I've just said that about Dubois. So neither of them are afraid to stand in the pocket.
It's got war written all over it.
I think that's got, as you say, war written all over it. I hope you're right, Liam, and I hope that's the fight they announced. Because for me, no disrespect to Terry Harper, I'd rather see that fight at this point and then let Dubois and Harper fight for pretty much all the marbles further down the line, maybe summer, something like that.
Dubois Ferreira is the fight that the Albert Hall cards needs, whereas Dubois and Harper, like you say, it can marinate, it can be made as
bigger fight.
Up north, they could do it up north later in the year. That's the reality of it. Whereas I think this Albert Hall card it's going to be an all-female card. So you need the big female fighters that boxer have in big fights. And Caroline Dubois, Beatrice Ferreira, yes, you can argue it's a main event in its own right, but to put that as co-main to Jonas and Price would be absolutely fabulous.
What about then if they save them? Maybe there's a reason why they've saved them, those two. Could we see Dubois versus Harper in a 5v5 maybe further down the line?
Possibly. Yeah,
It
Or
depends
even
if
on a-
Turkey.
even-
It
even
depends
on a
if Turkey
Daniel.
was just doing a female fight as a one-off thing. We don't know. We don't know
Yeah.
how he felt about the Sky Nicholson fight, do we? If it sold well to that audience, I'd like to see it on a 5v5.
Did I not see Sky get a fight announced earlier on, or certainly rumblings of a fight being announced earlier?
Was that fake Benson page again?
Oh, was it?
I don't know.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
it was.
I
Mate, he was saying Valentine's Day against Ebony Bridges, so that's definitely a.
yeah.
And she
That was a good one, to be
She
fair.
won't have even. She had her kid yet. I'm pretty sure. Oh,
Mate, I don't
can't
know,
know.
but the only thing I've seen from Sky recently has been that fake Benson page.
Yeah,
run.
and
that
I will
was-
say, this now before anyone starts. It's not mine.
Oh dear, Jay, I love
I
it.
don't think-
Liam, did you give your prediction for the fight?
He didn't.
I was just about to. Dubois, I'm going to say round 4.
Okay, so we've got,
three, four,
round
five.
3 and a 4. Round 4.
Somewhere in
Okay,
between
I think we'll
those
do
three.
some
help
spread
with that.
betting.
4 for 5 block agrees with Jay though. He's got it. Dubois getting it done in 3. We're all on board for the Caroline Dubois stoppage. Let us know in the comments what you think. We'll be back momentarily for the main event of the evening. It's going to be Callum Simpson defending his British and Commonwealth Super Middleweight Championship against Steve Woodall. Actually should be a decent enough fight, I think, for that one. So we'll be back in 2 minutes and